Okay, team, welcome in. Hopefully, my mic is better positioned and I have a voice today. Friday, Venus's Day, December 13th. I have taken a few astrology courses and lectures over the past few years and learned of a few different things that are allegedly supposed to be like your signature. So, when those things line up, it's like it really is like a homecoming. It brings you back to you. And I had one of those today, and all of them, I am massively depressed when those things line up, which is fine, at least I know. Learning that I have a bit of a melancholic temperament, very helpful, because it helps me push back against the idea that we're all supposed to be one kind of shining, upright, proud, energetic, doing, go getting, whatever, which is just not true. And I think really does a disservice to all people because all people will experience some kind of depressive symptom in their life, which is nothing to say of the people that like live in it. You know what I mean? So that's okay. I like gave up today and played my phone games after many weeks of abstaining, right as that signature was happening. So I hear you, I see you, I get it. But also, in what other circumstance would I have had the day I had and been able to think of it positively? I would need this kind of signature to line up for me. The other thing that happened is I saw Venus in the sky. She's gorgeous. And I haven't seen her in like over a year. My windows face west, so I can pretty much only see her when she is an evening star setting in the west shortly after the sun. And she hasn't, she's been like this for a few months now, but like it's just been cloudy where I live all year. Every chance I could have had to see her, I could not see her all the way since last summer. And so I've been thinking like the first day I see her is also probably like an auspicious and important day. And I gave up today and I gamed and I said, fuck it to everything. And I saw Venus and I had that natal signature. So I guess it can't all be bad. That's what I'm choosing to go with. So we're going to do Venus messages today. The only real message I got channeling in when I was preparing was give up. The work is already done. I don't know if that's real advice or if I'm digging myself into a hole. Only Venus and the cosmos know. This shape spread is probably one of my favorite ways to line up the cards. Okay. So, is that a good spot for those? I don't think so. Venus is the planet kind of in charge of my magic. I started doing like ritual magic, I guess, first with Venus. So that's nice. I just spent the day with my cats today, pets. Shemale, beginnings. Emperor sideways, so you know that boundary between making long-term plans and like showing up as an authority in your life and just not needing to do that right now. Topsy-turvy. Emerge, Eastern Tiger, Swallowtail. What am I opening into? I'm going to just scan through these little books to see if there's anything I'm missing. Anything I'm... This moment is both fragile and fierce. Your wings may be wet. You may be uncertain. Whatever you're feeling is natural and perfect for your own rebirth. Just don't get stuck here. Okay, so today was perfectly aligned. Not every day is going to be like this, so I don't need to make plans as if it is. I just need to live through today and let it be what it was. Beginnings, extraordinary new opportunities are dawning for you, drawing you to new people and new places and new projects. It may be appropriate to release old projects, old patterns of behavior, old ideas, or old acquaintances. Call upon the might of all the angels of Atlantis to help in order to arrive just where you would like to be. Big message that's been coming through lately from other readers that I've been getting is like you have to ask. Your whole spirit team is just waiting in the wings, waiting for you to ask them, waiting for you to give them like clear cut permission to assist you, to take your shit, to fix your shit, to go get your energy back, whatever. You've got to ask them. You've got to like actually, formally might not be the right word, but like intentionally connect and be like, yeah, like go do what you got to do, I approve it. Or specifically ask, go get my energy back from me. Take this situation that I can't stop thinking about away from me. Take it. Deal with it. Like you guys got it. You're fixing it. So every time it comes up in the mind, you can just say, take it. Okay, and then potion. Oh. What energizes you on a daily basis? The potion card tells you that a small infusion of intention, even just a drop, can invigorate you and get you back on track if you are feeling out of control. Any act done with intention can stimulate forward momentum. Choosing to empower yourself with a small gesture of concentrated magic can refresh you enough to galvanize your motivation. Not every action needs to be huge, and not every change is immediate and sweeping. Don't discount the magic that a tiny gesture or moment can create. Just a small drop will do. What was coming up for me while I read that were all the moments throughout today that I did try, that I didn't completely give up, or that I allowed magic in, like seeing like bird prints, like bird feet prints on the snow, so cute, or seeing Venus today, or having that astrological transit when I had it, doing what I was doing, and taking that as a sign of comfort and relief instead of as blame or shame. Okay. Message from Venus right now. Trust you are an authority, but you don't have to be one right now. Trust in your magic. A little drop will do. Whatever you're going through in the transitory phase is super appropriate. That doesn't mean that's your new life. As that like sticky, wet, gooey coming out of the cocoon or whatever, hatching out of your shell, rising out of the ashes. That's not the permanent state, featherless and cold and sooty. It's all good. If you've got pets, if you've got or someone to pet you, someone to give you like a comforting rub, lean into it. If not, consider asking your angels in to come give you that back rub as well. Okay. That is very comforting. I'm going to flip over everything that's in the shape and just see what else comes out. Oh. I have seen a few cards I don't love, so I'm going to start with the angels. Zafkiel, Compassion, Raziel, Retreat, came out yesterday. Hanael, Courage, Raphael, Communion. Have compassion for yourself in this retreat space. Believe you have the courage to get through whatever it is and maintain communion with your guides, with Source. Communion is not only about petition, but also praise. So it doesn't always have to be asking, it can just be connecting and saying thank you. Like, thank you, Venus, for letting me see you today. That was part of my breath work earlier. Okay, so we're in that. That's okay. I believe in that. what reminds me I'm free? Playing my silly little phone games. Tell you what. Do I accept myself without judgment? Not so much today, but we trying. How can I be of service? Big blue stem shelter. So this card talks about the idea that having to give first, or like not filling yourself up first before you give, like having to sacrifice in order to be of service, that's outdated and it doesn't serve anybody. By serving yourself first, you can actually give, and even if you don't give, you're showing everybody else like how to appropriately treat not only you but themselves, so it like ripples out. Okay, so I'm feeling better about that. Defend, surrender, sleep. Defend, surrender, sleep. Sleep is in shelter. Great. Surrender is in breathe. Do I accept myself without judgment? And defend what reminds you you're free. Defend what liberates you. So maybe I need to be less mean to myself about how much I like my little phone games, and I need to defend it instead as a thing that reminds me I'm free, because anything that doesn't serve anybody but me and like pretty much just wastes a lot of time, I consider like holy because like I'm not trying to be here for capitalism. So that's a nice message. Now we'll get into the tarot. Okay, so these cards are actually a lot better with the orientation that they are. This card is one of the most negative cards in the deck for me personally. To me, this card upright is you've got the kid gloves on and someone is handing you your reality. They're choosing what's in your cup, they're filling it, and they're handing it to you. So reverse is you're choosing your own reality. You're not just taking whatever from anybody. You're maybe not taking it at all. So that's nice. And then this card upright, yeah, is like kind of a downer. But at least you have like people that are going to treat you like an equal and not like a pariah or some scourge on society. And then reverse, this looks like a door to sanctuary, and it's speaking about the normal societal institutions where people would usually find comfort or purpose or a path. Like, they're not for me. I'm not going to find that there. So I need to look outside to find my people, my depressy people. So that's aligned. And then, as always, the sun is a positive card. Maybe there's clouds over the sun, and I don't quite believe that I can be this carefree child, and all of this is coming up in my anxieties, but I can, and it's going to be okay. And the clouds did clear today because I saw Venus in the sky. And then salt, protection, banishing negativity, seeds, new ideas, hope, and open-mindedness, and roots, healthy patterns, early growth. So what's coming up right now is like, can I really call this healthy patterns with how I dealt with today? However, I did still do all of my practice. I did run an errand. Like, I did show up for my pets, and I didn't just like ignore or neglect or like, I can't deal with you right now, I'm too in my head. And I did make, like, I didn't eat very well, but I kind of made like intentional choices about it. I wasn't just like helpless. I was like, no, I'm just not going to eat today, and that's going to be fine. So that does have a little bit of hope and a little bit of open-mindedness to it. This is a little bit of a new idea, that how I normally am is fine and not something to bully myself out of. Banish negativity, because we are protected in this space and beloved as we are. That's so nice. Let me just find, I guess, whoever I find first. I'm looking for Salt. Seeds. When you are thinking about new ideas or new projects, what do you want to achieve? That is too far in the future. I am not going to consider that too hard. Salt. Is there someone or something you need to set a boundary with for your own well-being? So this could be setting a boundary with my own negativity and the assumption that what I'm doing is a fuck up. Or, you know, part of the reason you're in a low dip sometimes is that a whole bunch of stuff is coming up in your mind that you can't really let go of, that you're asking the angels to take, which is me all day. And so setting a firmer boundary with that potentially. Okay. I feel like this was a very aligned and cohesive reading because also Venus in my chart says no. I know everybody talks about Venus being like yes, and she's like a positive planet, and she is, but she's selective. She has to say no to say yes. So Venus is about harmony and like things looking good and taste. And if you want your house to look a certain way, you can't say yes to everything you like, every little whim, unless you're into maximalism, in which case go for it. But you have to like curate what goes into each room. You have to curate your outfit. You can't put on everything that's your favorite because you'll just wear all your clothes. Like you won't be able to move around. And so being a people pleaser, Venus has always said like hardcore no, and I'm choosing to believe it so that it can open me up to say yes in that sumptuous whole body somatic kind of way. Okay. So the message remains the same. Take a load off. Sleep. Don't be so mean to yourself. Ask the angels for help. Lean into your magic. Lean into your daily routines and whatever your practices have been that center you and remind you that you are like a beloved little cherub of the divine. Okay, team. That's what I got. I guess we can do a little whole person summary. There's enough cards here. No wands, a cup, a sword, a pentacle, and 2 major arcana. No, we don't have the energy to be doing stuff today. We're rewriting the imbalanced relationship. Sixes in tarot are about imbalanced relationships. So we're rewriting the imbalances in our relationship, in our emotional relationships, the emotional imbalances. We're coming into a new cycle of understanding, a new mental cycle. And so also this is the gibbous moon, and like this is for sure gibbous moon energy for me. Like I just get squirrely, I hate it. And then as soon as the full moon happens, I'm like, oh yay, the moon. So like that's pretty aligned. And then 5's a need to order, or we're like reordering the manifest reality, but also like the cliches that usually work for day-to-day life. 5's are cliches to me. Like they're not working for us. That's not our doorway. We have a different doorway to find outside of the like construct, outside of the systemic. So what we're aware of is the need to like sit and make mid and long-term goals and like to be an authority in our life, but also like if you're doing tarot astrology, this will represent the first house, and or Aries, depending on how you look at it. And like that really did a lot for me when I first did that, when I first realized that, because you have to be like an emperor of yourself. You can't just let any old person into your kingdom. They are gonna shit all over it. And so that's gonna tie into the boundary work, right? Maybe the work doesn't need to happen today, but we're aware of the work that does have to happen. And what is begging to be allowed to come out is just some like childlike joy. Sleep and game and do whatever, it's fine. Okay. Pets. Emerge. Okay. Cool. Thanks, team. See you later.